What movie is a 0/10? 90% of Netflix's horror section. Does anyone remember, and I'm sorry if I made you remember, the second Highlander movie? Mean Girls 2. Slenderman 2018. NGL. A small teeny tiny part of me had a sliver of hope for this movie, especially considering that Slenderman would be the perfect creepypasta character to center a movie around. But no, they fucked it up in every way imaginable. Krampus, The Reckoning. Note, not related in any way to the 2015 film Krampus. 0. Sylvester Stallone himself when asked to rate Rocky V out of 10 on the Jonathan Ross show in the UK. Dragon Ball live action. Pretty rare for me to turn off a movie once I commit to watching, but I think I made it 20 minutes into Estarco before having to end that experiment. Live action Kim Possible. As a diehard KP fan, it's trash. Even if you don't know KP, it's still awful. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul. Jack and Jill swept an entire Golden Razzies one year. Disney's Artemis Fowl. The only thing they took from the books was the title and the names of some characters. Literally everything else was completely made up, has nothing to do with the plot of the books, and is portrayed in a way that would feel condescending to a 5-year-old. Artemis Fowl and Percy Jackson. Even the author of Percy Jackson, Rick Riordan, described them as his life's work going through a meat grinder. Dead Like Me movie. Show was one of the best things ever. Movie just a fever dream imitation. Fant4stick. What a train wreck. Son of Mask, just no. Asterisk Artemis Fowl. I've seen Shrek 3. I've seen the Percy Jackson movies. I've seen the god-awful Emoji movie. But this movie is the most rushed, lifeless piece of garbage that I've ever seen. It's so unbelievably bad, it isn't even ironically funny, except for the cases where the CGI design was atrocious. It feels like what happens if you play a game, skip all the cutscenes, and try to recap the story. I pity those who have read the Artemis Fowl books and witnessed how the movie desecrated the story, which seems to be way better than this disaster makes it out to be. Theodore X. The movie Whoopi Goldberg was forced to make. Holmes and Watson. That Will Ferrell movie. It is, to date, the only movie in my life that I have actually walked out of the theater rather than finish. I certainly wasn't expecting anything serious, asterisk obviously, but it was just bad. r/bad movies. Nice sub for movies so bad that people actually enjoy them for how bad they are. That said, The Pest with John Leguizamo. I watched it constantly as a kid and recently rewatched it as an adult and goddamn, it was terrible. Still nostalgic though. Highlander 2. There should have been only one. The Emoji movie. I've never watched something so soulless. Cats. Fuck that movie and the horse it rode in on. Battlefield Earth. Fuck Scientology. I've deliberated this in my head a lot, but I've decided that Dragon Ball Evolution is the worst movie ever made. A complete mockery and insult to the franchise it is adapting, in addition to just being a horrible movie overall. In fact, I believe one writer even publicly apologized for it. Close second is Disaster Movie. It was supposed to be intentionally bad, but it somehow was still worse than I cold thought. Another contender is The Last Airbender. Same reason as Dragon Ball, but not quite as egregious. A less known bad movie that is maybe not quite zero territory as Skyline. Fantastic Four, the latest one. I tend to find redeemer features in any film, but this one almost made me leave the cinema halfway into it. We knew it was bad, but wasn't expecting that. The Dark Tower movie. I've waited my whole life to see it put to film, and then I sit through that steaming pile of garbage. They did my boy Idris Elba dirty. Eragon. It a negative I'm my book. The Last Airbender. Last Days of American Crime. Worst piece of shit movie I've ever seen. It's actually -5/10. Now you see me too solely for not calling it, now you don't. Absolutely unforgivable 0/10. Edit. The movie is also terrible on its own, but the first one is the true abomination. Catwoman. A movie made with a level of talent matched by no budget Z-grade exploitation films. Its incompetence is staggering. Avatar: The Last Airbender movie adaptation and Percy Jackson/Peter Johnson movie adaptation. Both are so bad that they have been disowned by their fandoms. Cats. The Dark Tower. As a fan of the book series, I cringed for the first half and then walked out. Only time I've ever walked out of a movie. Everyone is listing bad movies, but are they really all 0/10s? You want something actually downright unwatchable? Check out Manus: The Hands of Fate. There are movies that are so bad they're fun. Manus is not that. Manus just sucks. Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. Holy moly, what a shit film. The Percy Jackson movie. Okay, I may be underselling a bit, but by good I swear the writer of the script read the original book and was just like, yeah, know what? No. Lamageddon was really bad. It was about a llama that came from space and went on a murderous rampage as it attempted to reproduce and take over the planet. Joe Dirt 2.